Well, all eyes continue to be on the economy, looking at unemployment and, of course, the markets. This morning, Garrison III from Preservation Financial Group joins us for our weekly chat and his perspective on what we are seeing. Good morning, Davis.
Good morning. How are you?
We are good. Continuing to, of course, watch, like everybody else, what's happening with the markets and our financial investments, and still kind of seeing that steady decline. I think everybody's wondering when we're going to see this turnaround.
That's the $64,000 question. And like we were talking, and I just wanted to continue some conversation on the markets today from last week. But last week I had quoted Jeffrey Gundlach, who is the CEO of Double Line Capital, and he said that given the financial markets, the shape that they're in, they will never be the same, and the worst is yet to come. And that's pretty ice cold view on things, but everybody's joining in to that type of conversation. I read a great interview with Warren Buffett just the other day, and he made the news last week, I believe it was, because he sold all of his airline stock, and he is currently sitting on 137 billion with a B dollars in cash, and he's quite content to be in that situation right now. So you know, who's to question the recognized most successful investor of all time?
Well, certainly that's not good news as we try to look for some signs of recovery, something like that, where a lot of people, of course, you know, we talk about how long it takes to make up this money that you're losing. And Davis, you have a lot of people close to retirement age, and I would imagine they're coming to you saying, what is our best advice? What do we do next?
Yes, I got several calls just yesterday afternoon. Viewers of Daytime that are concerned. They are in retirement or getting ready to go into retirement, and that is a very desperate time right now. And unfortunately, I believe it's first of the week, we got the unemployment figures for April of this year, and unfortunately those came in at 30 million people unemployed in the country, on top of the other figures that we previously had. And so it's pretty desperate time, and like we discussed, this is what's termed a black swan event. It is impossible to predict it. Nobody could have predicted it. And, you know, 9/11 was a black swan event. It's just something that's out of the blue that we cannot conceive, and we let alone conceive the impact going forward that it has.
Is it something where, as a world, of course, we are all going through this together, does that help or hinder the markets when it looks at something like this on a level of we're not the only ones dealing with this pandemic and this economic crisis?
Yeah, it's kind of like the old term, misery loves company, and there's plenty of it to go around. There are just the impact of the coronavirus is, I mean, it's still playing out, and there are is social unrest, that type of thing. You know, accusations that we're turning into, or we're being steered into, a socialist type of governance. And you know, I do not think any of that is true. It's just it's getting used to the impact and the effects of the coronavirus. We never had any earthly idea of what was going to come about as a result of it.
All right. Well, certainly an important conversation as we continue to see the pieces fall. We'd like to start picking them up. I guess that's the next step. And Davis, we'll continue our conversation next week, okay?
I'll try to have some good news next week.
All right. That'll be your assignment.
Okay. All right.
All right. If you have questions or would like more information, you can always find Davis at Preservation Financial Group, located right here in Johnson City. Here is that information and website.